This episode is titled The Lion and the Unicorn. It came out on September 15th, 1995.
My horn can pierce the sky.
Directed by Boyd Kirkland, written by Diane Duane, Peter Morwood, and Steve Perry. Animation by Dong Yang. Featuring Kevin Conroy as Batman, Lauren Lester as Robin, Efren Zimbalist Jr. as Alfred, Adam Ant as Bert, Richard Doyle as Ernie, Roy Detroit as Frederick, Kenneth Mars as M2, BJ Ward as M3, Hal Rail as Cameraman, and Kate Mulgrew as the Red Claw. And just a little amend from last episode, I said Robbie Wrist was the guy in the suit of Michelangelo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You said of Leonardo, actually.
No, I said Michelangelo.
I've just listened to the episode.
Did I say Leo? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's even worse. Robbie Wrist was the voice of Michelangelo in all three live-action Turtle
When
movies.
you said that, I was like, what? So he's like, yeah, I do stunts. I do lots of stunts, but sometimes I do voice acting. No, never together. No, that's just too much work. I can only focus on one thing at once. So.
Yeah, no, fair. He is a voice actor, and he was the voice of Michelangelo. It just wasn't clear on IMDb when I was looking, but then one of the listeners corrected me, and I looked it up and actually delved deeper than IMDb, and yes, he is absolutely
Well, you did more than a basic single Google search? Wow.
Yeah, for that one thing I did. You know, when I'm putting this together, there's a lot of stuff going on here, so I don't have time to delve that deep. And if you like lions and unicorns, please leave us a like and subscribe. That helps us out a lot.
Yay.
Also, we are planning a live episode on YouTube and TikTok. We are. And Well, I mentioned this last time. It's a live episode on YouTube and TikTok, so it's not in person because most of our listeners are around the world, in America, not just UK-based. So we want to be able to bring it to all you folks. So our editor, Cade, will be our guy in the chair for that live show, fielding questions, keeping things moving. And we want to know what you guys want to see. We want to know if you guys want to see cunts, twats, balls.
Listen, Dad, if you are going to talk about naughty things in front of these American girls, then at least speak English.
There's some demonetization for you.
Batman the Animated Series, the full Monty edition.
It's just big bellies and little penises.
He won't get demonetized because our stomachs will just hang over everything.
But anyway, our review of Sub-Zero is coming up in, I don't know, a couple months, something like that, with the way we've been going and the amount of episodes we have left for Beataz. So do you want to see that? Or do you want it to be before that? So quiz games and prizes. I haven't looped you in yet, buddy, but you know how you do giveaways and stuff like that? We can certainly include some of those. Do you want us to do deep dive on characters or voice actors or music from the show? These are all ideas that could be live shows, but I want to hear what you guys want to see because I don't want to start planning it and then be like, oh, actually, it would have been way cooler if we did this, and this, because you guys have ideas that I want to hear. So let us know in the comments of this episode what you want to see in a live show on the interwebs. All right, now we're going to go back into our review as normal.
Finally!
So we got our honorable mention here, which is Dong Yang animated this episode, and they previously produced many of the episodes we've reviewed, some of the best being Bane, The Laughing Fish, Perchance to Dream, Almost Got 'Em, Holly and Ivy, Joker's Favor, Vendetta, and The Trial. I know the question now is, what do you think of the animation? As always, it's pretty solid, but as always, what did you think of the animation in this episode?
It's pretty solid.
It's pretty solid. I think it looked good. I think a lot of London, even though, it's London 200 years ago, it looked pretty damn good. Like a lot of the backgrounds. I like the castle. I like some of the sets in there. So, yeah, and I thought the character designs were on point, as always, from Dong Yang.
Now, I may be completely speaking out of term here, but wasn't people think that London is foggy because a company called London Fog created it a specific...
Isn't that a clothing brand?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, people just assumed that London was very foggy.
Foggy? I mean, it must have been... I mean, we get fog here, on
Yeah, but not all the
seasons.
Like once every year.
Is there always fog like this in Britain?
Oh, my goodness, no. We have fog only when it isn't raining.
Yeah, well, in the certain, like, beginning of, like, the autumn season, it's always quite foggy in the mornings. So if Alfred went over at, like, beginning of October, then maybe. But yes, most of the time it is not a foggy city. It can be grey when it rains, obviously grey skies, but not
Yeah, if it
foggy.
was like, if it was just constantly raining, I'd be like, yeah, that makes way more sense.
Yeah, it makes way more sense. Well, we'll talk about London when we get to it, because I'm sure you've got thoughts like I do. But director Boyd Kirkland has been credited previously on our review of Nothing to Fear, and co-writer Steve Perry has been credited previously on our review of Night of the Ninja. And as far as new writing creds go, Diane Duane and Peter Morwood are a married couple, and they're also a pair of writers, and they co-wrote this one and only episode for the DCAU. They're also known for co-writing episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation, Gargoyles, DuckTales, woo, and Spider-Man Unlimited. And Peter recently passed away in May of 2025, so less than a month ago at the time of recording, at the age of 68, sadly.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Then we got acting creds. All returning voice actors have been credited previously on this podcast in their first appearance on this show, such as Kate Mulgrew in The Cat and the Claw Part 1 and Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. in The Last Laugh. Also, Kenneth Mars, who plays M2, was Richard, the Shakespeare freak in the episode Sideshow, so he comes back. And as far as new acting creds go, we've got BJ Ward, who plays M3, will also voice a singer in a future Batman Beyond episode, but she is mostly known for playing Scarlet in G.I. Joe, Velma in a lot of the Scooby-Doo animated films from the 90s and early 2000s, and Queen of Hearts in The Pagemaster, and Wonder Twin Jaina in The Super Friends. So, good old voice acting career that stretches back to, like, the early 80s.
I haven't
Adamant.
seen The Pagemaster in a very long time.
Me too, and it's not available to buy in this
No,
country.
really?
Yeah, because I saw that the other day and I was like, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. And I remember liking that movie, especially the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, like, horror sequence.
Dr. Jekyll?
Dr. J?
My name is Mr. Hyde!
But it is on YouTube, so you can watch it. And it's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so for free. So I might
So
do
I
that
wonder
at
what
some
happened
point.
with the licensing rights to that, because that's what that usually means.
Yeah, I don't know. That's true. That's happened a lot recently with, like, older films that I've tried to find, like Asterix films that, are on YouTube, but they're not available to buy. So
Are you
don't
like
know.
me though, where you're like, but I want to watch it in my Apple library? Like,
Yeah.
is that weird?
Yeah.
I would pay premium money to watch it
Yeah.
in my Apple library.
I tell you what, I've taken your advice and gotten YouTube Premium because I've got the free.
Yeah,
And now watching something like that without ads actually is a
Yeah.
big appeal.
absolutely.
So yeah, so I might do that before it runs out because I don't know if I'll keep it or not. But knowing me, I'll just be
I know.
it's pretty good. I'll keep it.
I just paid for a PlayStation subscription again. I haven't done that in a very long time. So just
shit.
money's going. Hooray.
Okay, back to this. Adam Ant, who plays Bert, is mostly known for being the lead singer of Adam and the Ants, a band that shot to fame.
Adam and the Ants.
Well, we actually know one of their songs. It's a song that our dad listened to a lot because it came out in, like, the late 70s, early 80s. It's a song called Stand and Deliver. Do you remember that song?
Sounds familiar.
Stand and deliver your money or your life. Like, what? No, you don't remember it? I actually, yeah. Kate, throw that in there. Just a little clip. Make sure we don't get demonetized, though. Yeah, it's a good song. Enjoy it a lot. And yeah, the lead singer was the voice of Bert, one of the henchmen in this, which is so weird and random. He is English, though, so he's probably not the guy that called him Olaf.
Right. Was he the one? There was one guy that did sound more English. The other one,
He was the other one.
Like, I can't see a bloody thing. Whatever he says. Oh no, he's like, we're chasing a bunch of poxy ghosts.
He ghosts.
And I was like, poxy. Like, what am I watching here? Fucking Only Fools and Horses or something? Like, Christ.
Where'd they go? We're chasing a pair of poxy ghosts.
We've also got Richard Doyle, who plays Ernie. And I don't know if you realise this yet, but both the henchmen were called Bert and Ernie. which is so funny. After the Muppets. What? They are a couple of Muppets. There's another English phrase.
Now, that is a very English phrase. Yeah.
You
fucking Muppet. That is true.
Do me a favour. Off outside, get a big, deep breath of fresh air. Piss off. Yeah. Go on, outside. Outside. Hey, look at me. Off. What a Muppet.
So Richard Doyle, who plays Ernie, will also go on to play a few minor roles in the new Batman Adventures and Justice League. He's mostly known for playing the Fury in Metal Gear Solid 3. Another Metal Gear connection to Batman the Animated Series. Also, he's Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 4.
I love Big Boss.
Okay, so that's another character then. And he's also the mayor in the Dark Knight Returns movie and a backup pilot in the movie Air Force One. Another movie that I want to watch soon because, strangely, I haven't seen that in a while. The one with Harrison Ford. Get off my plane!
I've never seen it. I've never seen any of those, like, early 90s Harrison Ford solo action movies. I've never seen, what's that one called?
Fugitive?
I've never seen The Fugitive.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen Air Force One. I've never seen, what is it? Is the other one called, like, Clear and Present Danger? Something like that?
I think that might be it. Yeah.
There's a bunch of, like, Ford out there being a guy in trouble action movies.
Yeah, because he plays,
I haven't seen a single one.
He plays, in a lot of those, it's a book series on a character.
Jack Reacher, right?
No. It's not Jack Reacher. It's another guy.
I'm pretty sure he plays Jack Reacher in a bunch of stuff.
No, it's a John Grisham book, I'm pretty sure. And it's the one that Jim from The Office is playing now on.
Isn't that Jack Reacher?
TV. No, that's not Jack Reacher. I promise you, it's not Jack Reacher. It's another.
Oh, wait. Is Jack Reacher the big buff dude right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And, what's Jim's one?
Exactly. What is Jim's one? But that's...
I just mixed them all up.
Yeah. And like Alec Baldwin has played him in a movie. Like loads of people have played this. Ben Affleck played him once. Tom Cruise was Jack Reacher.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which is hilarious because Jack Reacher is this giant, tall, buff guy. And there's Tom Cruise. He's like, I'm cool and I'm dangerous. It's like,
Was he you?
Hey.
You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
Probably. Okay, then we got Roy DeTroyce, who plays Frederick. He's mostly known for being Roger Wyndham Price on the TV show Angel. I've never seen that TV show, but it's a Buffy connection.
I didn't watch Angel when I watched Buffy.
He's the narrator of all the Game of Thrones audiobooks, and he's even in a couple episodes of Game of Thrones as like a minor character. He's Leopold Mozart in Amadeus. He's Keen Marlowe and the Destroyer in Spider-Man the Animated Series, so one of those old superheroes. And he's also King Baylor in Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. So yeah, quite a few roles there, notable films and TV shows, and he passed away in 2017 at the age of 94. So that's quite a ripe old age.
It's a nice long life.
Yeah. Then we got Utility Belt of Fun Facts. This is the final episode of Batman the Animated Series in air date order. As the show aired with a Red Claw episode first, the producers decided to bookend it with one as well. So this is the last episode of BTAS that anyone ever saw when it came out on TV, which is really interesting to end it.
Sorry, what do you mean by that?
So
I tuned out for a second.
You did. We're watching these in production order, yeah?
Yes.
That's how we're watching them. But air date order is a totally different thing. So this episode was the last episode to ever air for Batman the Animated Series on TV. This is the final one.
Even with the new... Oh, are you separating the...
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah. You could just edit all that out.
Can we cut that out? I did not know that.
Nah, keep it in.
Right. I'm tired.
Okay, then we've got Struggling Against the Truth Serum. Alfred quotes the opening lines of The Brook and later on The Charge of the Light Brigade, both by his namesake, Alfred Lord Tennyson. I've never heard any of those quotes before, but apparently the Lion and the Unicorn are the supporters of the Royal Coat of Arms of the UK. It is an analogue for Great Britain that has been used in a nursery rhyme. Alfred's part of the code is the first two lines of the song. I've never heard that song before, have you?
Nope.
Nope, didn't. I'm not going. I wasn't a boy going. The Lion and the Unicorn, la 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 la. I was probably thinking about some other term.
I like girls at 2.
My horn will pierce the sky.
Show you a fucking unicorn.
Yeah, well, you know the term unicorn, what it's used in like the kink world, right?
I believe it's. I love how you call it the kink world. I believe it is someone who. It's the extra in the a woman. I assume that
most of the time a woman. Yes,
it's a couple that fuck an extra person. And
yes,
it's a woman and they're a unicorn.
Yes, because they're so rare that they can be like in a thruple and like everybody's coexisting together.
Do I get an extra point for the quiz game?
You do. You win. In fact, you win the quiz game automatically.
Hey!
There we go.
Nailed it.
Okay, then we've got the short and tall thugs who initially greet Alfred in London and name Bert and Ernie after the Sesame Street characters. I've already mentioned that, but it's just so funny that they're called Bert and Ernie. They also reminded me of the henchmen in 101 Dalmatians. Like, they look like they were just going to try and kidnap a bunch of dogs after trying to get Alfred.
I think she means it, Jasper. Yeah. We'll get on with it as soon as the show's over.
And then final appearance of Redclaw in the DCAU. It is not made clear if she drowned in the river or was captured and imprisoned at the end. But I think she's dead because she pulled off Batman's mask. And I know that she probably didn't see what he looked like, but I think Batman was like, not gonna risk it.
Gotta
bitch.
go.
Gotta go.
That's why I carry a gap for these specific moments.
I'm now Gatman. Yeah, she never shows up, so I guess she drowned in the Thames or something because she was a goner.
Place to drown.
Yeah, that she probably didn't drown from like being underwater. She just inhaled some of the Thames water and then poisoned, dead instantly.
There's a giant ball of fat under here.
Just
poo fat
at the bottom of the Thames.
Can you believe that? Like there was this huge blockage in like the sewers in London, and they like found it, and it was a mega ball of human like poo fat
waste.
Like from all the fat that people had pooed out had built up into a mega ball of fat poo. So all the Greggs and sausage rolls and full English roast, full English breakfast just turned into this fucking absolute
sausage
unit that blocked the sewers. That's disgusting. Imagine it was all for one person. Like
me,
so, like,
for me.
Yeah, you're like, look, the fat just
man.
runs right through me. I mean, it doesn't stick on me.
No, it's when I would hold it in for a week and then finally let it go. It's probably what clogged it up. It's
Good
probably
Lord.
it's probably like I walk past it. It's like, remember me? I'm from 1994.
1994. I also love. I recently listened to you talking about that on the show recently, and I love how you're like. So when I was like 7 or 8, and I was like, you were older than that. But
Well, it wasn't after the US, so it must have been before I was 10, because I was 10 when I.
I
moved
thought
to
you
the
did it
US.
in America.
No, I didn't do it in America.
Okay,
No.
but you clogged that toilet in North Carolina. That was just a fat dump.
That was just a fat dump.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. I'm not holding anymore. They're just this big regularly now.
Well, I was eating a lot of American food, you know. Those are big portions.
Hot, 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 hot.
Okay, tangent. Going back to the episode, Alfred's cousin Frederick is drawn to look like David Niven, a British actor who portrayed many secret agents in movies. Did you recognize the David Niven-ness to his character?
Who is David Niven?
He is, I think he's the original Pink Panther. Like in the Pink Panther movie, he's the actual Pink Panther that they're trying to capture. Yeah. He was also in A Matter of Life and Death, Murder by Death, The Pink Panther, Separate Tables. He was in a lot of movies. I mean, he passed away in 1983 at 73. But, you know, in the 50s and 60s and 70s, he was a working actor that everybody knew.
Cool.
You know, if you were your father, I doubt very much if I would have kissed you.
Good thinking, Charlie.
And then finally, the steering wheel of the London red bus is on the American side instead of the British side, I noticed in this episode. Get that out of here. Wrong side.
Bunch of idiots.
I thought it'd be funny if Robin, like, you know, when he was like, can I see your license? He like dropped down and he was like, wait, where's the steering wheel? Like, oh shit, he's on the other side.
May I see your license?
And he was kind of a Spider-Man in that moment too. I was like, that was a real Spidey moment for Robin to say like a line like that.
Yeah, but I can hardly see. Can I do your windshield? The wall crawler. The webhead.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Wow. Okay, well, what did you think of this episode?
I just also want to say, everybody out there, if I'm low energy today, I've had the flu or of like, you know, a virus or something. So my energy is very low. So if you see me dipping, it means I'm trying not to fall asleep in my fucking chair.
I'm so glad we're doing this. Okay, what did you
what
think
did you
of this
ask me?
episode?
What did I think of this episode?
Yeah.
It was great, bud. Good stuff.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. You know, it's England and people saying silly things and, you know, Alfred. I do love Alfred. So
yeah. And I thought it was, I thought it was a good time. I mean, it's not like a great one, but it's a change of scene. As you said, it's in the UK, and I liked the depiction of what this show thought the UK was. I mean, this show, we always debate if it's in the 90s or the 30s, because yes, we've seen newspapers that say the 90s is the date. However, it's got such a 30s aesthetic that, I mean, if it is 1930s, then it's still like London looks like it's from the 1800s or something. You know, like I was expecting Jack the Ripper to walk out of that fog at one point.
It's Freddie sent us. Wants you to come with us.
Frederick sent you?
That's right, old love. Come along now. We'll pop round and see him.
I think not. Frederick knows I hate being called Alfie as much as he hates Freddie.
So yeah, I thought it was funny that was the depiction in this universe where they're like, how can we make this different from Gotham? I know, lots of fog and street lamps that are lit by like...
Yeah, Batman shows up, he's like, did I leave? Like, it looks exactly the same.
And I love the intro of this episode. It shows Alfred's worth as a member of the Bat family, like cleaning Batman's cape, telling like Dick to put on a shirt, making dinner, just like taking care of them and showing like without him, you know, they would be at a real loss at home at like having Wayne Manor being, you know, run and taken care of. And
place go to shit real fast.
Yeah. And Frederick calling Alfred Alfie, I was like, And Alfred even says later on, he knows I don't like being called Alfie. And I was like, yet he called him Alfie when he
Did he? Did he actually call him that?
Good evening, Wayne Manor.
Alfie? It's your cousin Freddie.
Frederick?
And I was like, that's like you being like, don't call me fat, bud. I don't like that. And I call you off and I'm like, hey, fatso. You know, like, even though I know I'm still doing it. That's messed up for Frederick to do. But him telling Alfred to meet him in the usual place sounded like they were going to meet up at like a dogging site or something.
Yeah. Make sure the glory hole is ready this time. I'm just waiting around. We'll do a layer of duct tape. Caught the end of my tip the other time. Not very nice.
He's like, dun, 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 dun.
London Bridge will not be falling down today. Here's my Big Ben. A gong, a gong. This is finishing. Gong.
I'll show you some fog. Baka, baka, baka.
Here's my version of London fog. Oh, extra creamy fog.
Extra creamy fog is something I don't think
like
anyone's ever
some
said.
Milk in your tea.
one lump or two. One load or two.
Let's get a taste of your crumpet.
We're being so generic with British stereotypes right now as well.
Yeah.
We've done tea,
Yeah, we're like,
crumpets.
Look, bro, we don't eat crumpets and drink tea, and we're like,
It's true. Hey, you know, we get it.
Fish and dick.
Bit of a stretch.
Fish and dicks.
Dick and chips is better.
Dick and chips. I'll show you a battered sausage. Oh!
There we go. Now we get
What it looks like after
nitty-gritty.
we've had some rough sex.
And do you think Bruce was real mad that Alfred left his duties? Like, he comes down, like, he looks like he wasn't woken up. You know, he comes in his bathrobe. He's all grumpy. He doesn't have his manservant to wake him up and get dressed. I was like, how mad is he that he's like, London?
It's like,
no.
It's like when my wife has to go do something. I'm like, oh, I gotta fend for myself here. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's power balls for every meal. Oh, God, this is depressing.
Hey, was a butler's strike called? I came down for breakfast and all I found was this. Where's Alfred?
He even signs the note like your faithful servant, Alfred. I was like, Jesus, Alfred, you are whipped. Like, you're in there.
He loves him. I still don't like, though. I know that people wanted to give Alfred a bit more of a backstory, but I'm just I'm okay with like the military in terms of being a
desk man.
No, in terms of being a medic. I don't mind that because it helps Batman in the future. It also makes sense that he would be a butler for a Dr. Wayne and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I just still struggle to go like, how do you go from being like it's basically they're like, oh yeah, he was like a spy and he worked at a high level government job, to just be like, I'm going to go clean silverware for the rest of my life. Like, what happened there?
Yeah,
and,
I know.
And even if you're like, oh, it's one of those things where his life was so chaotic that he just went, I want to slow down and do this. Like, you wouldn't choose being a butler. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. And then I'm sure there's probably stories which try to explain their way out of it. Like, oh, he had to disappear for some, like governmental reason. And then Thomas Wayne, like, helped him out and, maybe he felt indebted. But really, at the end of the day, like, if you were a previous secret agent, would you be like, well, I kind of owe this guy, so I'm going to be his butler for life and also for his son. And, like, it just, I've never read anything where I'm like, that makes sense. All of those reasons have always kind of left me feeling like, nah. So I don't
want tough Alfred. I don't want
Alfred
to be tough. I hate that so much.
Yeah.
He should be something that is fragile so that when there's an opportunity for him to break, it's very, very scary.
Yeah, I did notice that they tried to give him a backstory that wasn't like he was James Bond. He was mostly like on the desk, like diffusing dangerous diplomatic situations, which I always wondered, like, what does that mean? Like, is he on the phone being like, no, don't do that?
No, he wasn't making fun of your accent. He was just pronouncing your name incorrectly. Oh, God. I told you to stop making fun of his accent, for fuck's sake.
Stone the crows.
He said stone the crows. He didn't say what you thought he said. Christ.
We're chasing a pair of poxy ghosts.
No! Stone the crows.
I'll give you a couple poxy ghosts. So I didn't mind knowing his backstory was like at least at the desk of a secret agent, but as you said, him being like a medical
still,
man.
It's like, and now a butler in America. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe people think it's cool out there. They've read stories and they're like, that works for me. But for me, yeah, I'm medical man for Alfred all the way, definitely.
Yeah.
And I noticed that when Bruce answers the phone in bed, because Alfred calls him from London, he sounds a bit timid and he like pulls the covers up, and I was like, is he having a wank? Was he like, Alfred's not here, I'm just gonna crank one out?
Dick's never comes in here. This dick's gonna come in here though.
Do you think Alfred called him to be like, good evening, sir? Just making sure you're having your afternoon wank.
Right in the middle of it, Alfred.
Okay, what can I help?
Aiming for the headboard this time.
Oh, that's a new high score, sir. Well done.
Yeah, I told you, don't clean it off. I like to see how mine progressed.
He writes dates next to the states.
Yeah. 2003 was a big one.
Can I help you, sir? Can I tell you anything that's going to help get that higher?
Wait, what are you wanting to do?
Do a little dirty dog, sir.
You're my servant, but not in the bedroom, Alfred.
Well, I don't like dirt, but that's in the house,
right,
not on
fine.
the phone.
Go ahead, talk dirty to me.
This has gone too far, sir. Sorry, I'm not ready yet.
Hello? Good evening, Master Bruce. I'm so sorry to have disturbed your wanking, Alfred.
So Batman and Robin take the Batwing to England, and I was like, how long was that flight? You know, why the Batwing, it's not like a jumbo jet or anything like that. Like, it's a tiny little plane that Batman and Robin are going to be stuffed in for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
so Alfred tried to talk dirty to me, by the way, like a couple hours ago.
Robin's like, what was that like? He's all into it.
Do you want me to talk dirty to you? So I was like, why is everyone... Back up, everybody.
I like little dick dirty talk.
You just like little dick.
I'm not ready, Batman. I'm sorry, I'm not ready.
Well, then don't fucking offer it if you're not ready.
People keep on offering and taking away from Batman is amazing.
His rogues gallery as well. Do you want me to talk dirty to you twice?
Go on then.
I'm not ready. I'm not
ready. It's amazing.
So stupid.
Like just imagining like someone like the Joker getting all shy and be like, no, I can't, I'm sorry.
No. Too far.
Well, that was fun. Who's for Chinese?
So I thought Red Claw's castle hideout was cool in this episode. Like, I don't know where it was.
Do you want me to talk dirty to you, Batman? Yes.
Yes. If you're wearing that, absolutely. But where's she been for the last 3 years? You know, she's just like, I'm in England now in a castle.
Holiday. I tried being a butler for a while because that's probably what you do after doing crazy shit. Such a high-paying job as a butler.
What would her butler name be? Because it can't be Red Claw.
Red Butler. Because I am a big red butler.
Yeah, she definitely, I mean, I see the appeal. You always have been like, Red Claw does something to me. There's a scene where she's like bending over as she's like interrogating them, tied to the chair. And Alfred's like, like, do your worst. And I was like, what does he think is about to happen? She's
Would you like me to talk dirty to you? The lion and the unicorn.
There's my horn.
You'll be the lion and I shall be the unicorn. I shall unsheath my sword.
Red Claw's like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. I'm sorry.
Baby got back.
So yeah, we had that London bus fight sequence in London where no one was around as well.
No one on the bus.
No one on the bus. I was thinking, okay, so that's London is like Gotham then, both the same.
It's
no
too
one's
foggy
around.
out, bud. Everyone's inside. No, there was actually people on the street. It was just so foggy you couldn't see them.
And I also noticed that Frederick and Alfred are wearing the same exact suits. Like, did they plan that? They're wearing new tuxedos.
Can't help yourself with a sale, can you? No. It looked good on the rack, it did.
I haven't seen you in 30 years, old chap, but we still got it.
Yeah, well, we're popping through the arcades to get here, and I saw it, and I picked it up. Same here. I saw one of the mannequins was empty when I went in there.
They both hold up the same bag, and they're like, Fortnum & Mason,
London fog.
You understand, old man, I had no choice in the matter.
But of course, dear boy.
Each of you holds half the firing code for this missile. I want that code, or else.
And then my love that Batman moment is when he and Robin show up in the secret intelligence room when all of the M's are talking. I thought it was cool. Like, it's this secret military room, and they're just like, hey, British intelligence.
I'm M1, and I'm M2, and I'm M&M, and I'm Peanut M&M. I'm a bit bigger. Don't eat me on an airplane.
I'm crispy M&M. I'm new.
I don't like this. Frederick was part of the original security team at Blair Quan. Him and that fellow from Clerical.
Pennyworth. Alfred Pennyworth. Our apologies for intruding.
Hey, yo, I'm Eminem. Yeah, we have Eminem here as well. Monster Munch, Eminem.
Batman's like, I want to be an Eminem. What would I be?
You're not an Eminem.
You're the Eminem that has no parents.
Oh.
And then the stare down between Batman and the heads of the British intelligence was fun. I was expecting like the music from Return of the Jedi to play when they were all doing that stare across.
Didn't you think all of the music was very John Williams-y Star Wars?
Oh yeah, especially when he's trying to blow up the rocket at the end.
Yes, and when he like flies away and you hear like all like the...
It's like when he blows up the Death Star.
Yeah.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Yeah, it was very trench run John Williams, like Star Wars New Hope. I thought the exact same thing, yeah. I thought that was cool, the little ode there. That must be on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that stare down was very funny with them looking at each other. And I noticed Robin wasn't involved in the stare down either. Like, it was just like, no, Robin's not included in this stare down. It's just Batman versus the M&Ms.
So is Robin just now like in this... How many episodes do we have left in this art style?
That's a very good question.
But the only reason I ask it because... Now that it is the adventures of Batman and Robin, are they really pushing Robin more as being
Yes, because they were told to. Yeah.
They were told to. Okay, what
Yeah.
for Kiddlywinks or whatever.
Yeah, appeal to
sell
kids.
toys.
We need Robin. Yeah, we've heard that from guests as well.
Which is just so not true.
I know. I would
appeal to kids by being Batman and being fucking cool.
Exactly. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more episodes left in this.
That's
style.
not many. Wow.
No, that's like it's 2 months. Yeah, it's like 2 months left until we move on. To...
Okay, so they were forced to do this. I hope that some stat came back where it didn't make any fucking difference, right? And Robin, like if you say that this show appeals to kids because you need a younger person like Robin, well, how about we just look at the action figure sales? I don't bet Robin's not the most best-selling fucking action figure.
True.
I can tell you that much. Yeah. I mean, everyone wants to buy fucking Batman, so that should just tell you everything right there. Hate that shit.
That's a
I
good point.
hope they still do that shit today. I know they got terrible stats for other things in movies where it's like you guys are just making very dumb choices off of stats. And stats are dumb anyway. I don't know, I'm not going to go on a whole rant anyway.
Well, yeah, the stats just end up, like, if they are true, they may be true for, like, a week, and then they're different again.
Just, it's only true for that segment of people that you ask that question to. It's not
exactly.
global truth. I hate that shit.
Yeah. Well, I thought that this episode had a good balance of Batman and Robin, though. You know, at least it wasn't, like, too much of a stretch to have Robin along for the ride.
The nice thing is Robin is not annoying, you know? It's like, I have no problem with Robin being in any of these adventures. I like Robin in this show.
Yeah, I do too. He's my
so
favorite.
I'm not
Robin.
like, Robin, you know, which is good. Where I was recently playing the Spider-Man 2 video game for the first time, and I find Miles Morales in there unbearable. So it's like
really?
that's like the opposite, where I'm like, I have to play as Miles now. Fuck.
Well, was Peter Parker annoying in the first game?
Yeah, I
remember him being annoying as well.
Yeah, they're not good games. I'm just gonna say it. They
suck. The gameplay is fun, but the whole story is. I've never thought the story.
Everyone
was very
looks
good.
I just thought Sandman. He just looked like an absolute Chad bro, and I'm like, I don't want this. Give me a big bloke in a stripy top. Is that so much to ask for?
Oh, really?
Why do you have to give him a trendy haircut and like a cool jacket? Like, what are we doing, guys? Stop, please. It's like the new James Bond game. Everyone looks so trendy and Instagramming, and I'm like, just stop. Just give me James Bond in a tux. And people in nice dresses. Can we just not have nice things? Anyway, back to the show.
Well, James Bond, speaking of James Bond and British intelligence, I thought that the British intelligence in this episode was a lot like the Gotham Police force, because they apparently just give Batman and Robin the info and they're like, they'll take care of it.
I'll do it.
Just a minor terrorist threat.
Fish and chips and glory hole, yes?
I'll have a dick and chips.
No will. Your sausage will be battered out.
No, wait, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. I'm
sorry. I'm not ready either, actually.
And when Alfred says anything to amuse a lady, he does this weird, like, wrist stroking action. Did you see him do that? And I was like, what do you think Red Claw's about to do to you, bud? I know you're tied to a chair, but what do you think is about to happen?
Well, anything to amuse a lady. If lady is the word I want, which I doubt.
I've taken such government training. There's only one way to extract that information from me, young lady.
God, I miss this country.
You better use your red claws on this one.
Just bends over. Got a tattoo that says, like, spank here. Alfie.
My underpants are falling down, falling down, falling down. My underpants are falling down. I've got to bone up.
Oh, man. That's a TikTok right there.
My big hot cock is ready for you, Claw.
Please use 2 hands and don't stop until I finish.
Sorry, I wasn't ready.
That's never happened to me before. And I did love his drunk mumbling as well. Like, I wonder how many times he's just gotten wasted in Wayne Manor and sounded like that in the hallways. He's Lion and your unicorn.
Yeah, Lion, you the gibbledy gobbledies, and he was an old chap with a big beard and tweed, salmon tweed.
Bruce like comes out in the hallway. His pants.
West Ham United.
Yeah, that's a big game.
just saying random English words. Blood sausage.
Oi,
What?
oi, oi.
Camden Pale Ale.
Come on, you Reds.
Red Claws.
I come from haunts of coot and fern. I make a sudden sally. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum, and bicker down the valley.
And people wonder why no one takes Britain seriously anymore.
I also thought it was pretty dumb of Red Claw to not realize that this random mumblings from Alfred was the password. Like, Frederick gave it just right away.
Because Alfred was so smart. Be like, when we got the thing, he's like, guess what? You're not going to get anything but random shit from me. A lion and a unicorn.
He keeps on saying it over and over again. And he's like, see, totally
so
random.
random. Lion and unicorn. Monster Munch, pickled onion crisps.
Spot of tea.
Yeah. Scotch egg. Lion and the unicorn.
Was a pub that I used to go to.
Oh, I would get wasted there. Good glory hole at the Lion and the unicorn. No sharp edges to catch the tip, if you know what I'm saying.
There was all the people just writing, like, their names on the walls, like, and how high they fucking, how high they're smoking.
Batman's like, whoa!
Those are big numbers.
I thought I was good. Turns out, I'm an amateur.
Bunch of poxy ghosts in here.
Oh, bunch of poxy fucking numbers I've got compared to that.
I'm gonna pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. I myself, I jerk off at least twice a day.
I really liked the end of this episode as far as like Batman and Robin entering the castle and taking those guys down one by one that are like walking like military style. I thought that was really cool.
All the variations of British Batman the Animated Series thugs.
Yeah, Scottish as well.
Yeah, and they all looked They all looked like they could hop onto a boat at any point to catch some cod or something.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah, they all did look like they were working like down in Brighton or something. Yeah. And I thought that the bridge scene was a bit of a stretch. Like, what was pouring out of those gargoyles? Like, it wasn't really clear what that liquid was. It was just like hot, and it was like. It looked like a hot toddy or something. Like, Red Claw's like, I give them all the hot toddy. And just releases all of this. Yeah, Batman and Robin are like, the lion and the unicorn.
What's the password? You just keep saying the lion and the unicorn over and over again. I need to know the password.
Give me the code, or I'll...
The lion and the unicorn fighting for the crown.
And I thought there was a kind of parallel to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when Alfred breaks the priceless antique and then like refers to it by name. That's exactly what Sean Connery does in the castle sequence in the Last Crusade as well, with hitting the Nazi. So maybe there's a parallel there because it came out in 1989, so it was a couple of years before this. Could be. But yeah, the parallel to Star Wars, big time at the end with the Batwing and the trench.
He was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to chuck some Star Wars homage in here. It's a random episode to do it. The England Alfred episode.
Yeah, it is a bit random. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought that worked a lot for that sequence. I thought that sequence was fun, and seeing, Batman just kind of like use the Force as he was trying to like, locate it on his, just like Luke does.
Alfred just comes on. You've been training for this on your headboard, sir. That's right, we're bringing it all the way around.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Remember 2002, sir? That was a good year.
2003, that was the best year you had. Or is it? Come on, Master Wayne.
Come.
Come. Dick, come.
Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
I don't know how Red Claw got into the Batwing, though, because it's locked up outside of the castle, and Batman, like, radio controls it to his location.
Yeah, how she got it? She said, what is password to the fucking Batwing to Alfred? He's like, it's
Lion and the Unicorn.
It's backwards.
Yeah, tricked you.
Yeah. Also, the guy's first passcode, he's like 6147, and he's like Abbott and Costello or whatever the fuck he says, and then she's like, and then she's like, easy password like usual. I'm like, that was not an easy password.
If someone said the Lion, the Unicorn, I'd be like, well, that's an easy password.
And he also said a bunch of words that was like, they're not words you can just spell immediately off the top of your head. You'd have to look them up. But the lady was just like, yep, that's the password. I was like, you hired the right lady. She is on it.
Yeah, because what if he didn't say it again and she's like, I missed it. I'm so sorry. Like, I forgot.
Can you write that down?
14 Garriers Crescent, Blair Quan Upper.
Absurdly simple, like most passwords.
The Lion and the Unicorn, though, what a toughie. I wouldn't be able to break into any system if that was the password. So yeah, after Batman Tomorrow Never Dies Red Claw out of the back of the Batwing, he shoots down the missile, and then we cut to Alfred and Frederick saying goodbye at the airport, and that is the end of the episode. And that's the last scene of this show that anyone saw on TV, and the last line of dialogue in Batman the Animated Series in release order was Alfred saying, "Give my best to Whitehall." And I was like, I would never have guessed that's the last line of dialogue in Batman the Animated Series.
And that just concludes the new style, right?
So yeah, we've got right now, obviously we're watching in production order, so we've got a lot more we've got 8 more to come in this style in Batman and Robin Adventures.
Right, so
and then we
go
go
the last Batman like line said. It's the last just in this old school style.
Yes, as in air date
it's going to
order,
be so jarring when we switch. I like both, but this style is the king for me because it just has such a great just
vibe,
retro vibe to it that the new one kind of kicks to the curb. For
there is
sleekness.
Some stuff to really like about the new Batman Adventures. Yeah. There's some great looking character.
I mean, my God.
Well, yeah, I like all of that stuff. I'm talking about the new style. Yeah. So all of that to come is going to be great to see. I like Batman's plain black symbol, and his belt being more of a utility belt with like compartments and stuff. It's very Dark Knight Returns, but there is a lot that I agree with you that is not as good as Batman the Animated Series or Batman and Robin Adventures, but that we're watching right now. But yeah, it's going to be interesting when we go into that world. And it's kind of going to be, we'll notice the differences and what we like and don't like, I guess. And we'll probably do an episode on character designs once we get there, and comparing them and stuff. So all of that is to come. But right now, what's going to be coming right now is our top 3. Almost got 'em. Joker's Favor, The Laughing Fish. Does this episode replace any of those for you?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
All of them gone.
No, it just definitely
This
does
3
not.
times in a row because of England.
It does not replace any of those, but what would you rank it out of 10?
An 8.1 out of 10.
Wow, I went 7.7, but yeah, that's high praise still.
It was good.
I think it was good. It's a solid episode. I don't know if it's the best episode to end the show on, but anyway, we're not going to end here. We've got 8 more episodes of this style to come. But yeah, it was a weird one to end on TV.
Any big uns left in that 8 style?
I think there's a few. When I was looking before. So we've got a few ones. Next, because I'm going to talk about that, we've got Showdown, which is I don't know if we're going to like it or not. I mean, maybe you will. It's to do with what's his face, the cowboy, the DC cowboy with like the messed up
Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex. It's a Jonah Hex episode. So we got Jonah Hex next, then Riddler's Reform, which is my favorite Riddler episode. That's to come. Second Chance, which is an amazing Two-Face episode. So that's a really good one. We got Harley's Holiday, which you don't remember and I didn't really watch a lot. We've got Lock Up, which we both enjoy.
Lock Up, yeah, good episode.
We got Make 'em Laugh, which is the Joker scheme with comedy, and that's the premiere of The Condiment King and all these other ones.
Okay.
We've got Deep Freeze, which is another Mr. Freeze episode where he basically takes over like a version of Walt Disney and Disneyland.
Yes, I remember that.
And then the final episode in production order is also a weird one. It's Batgirl Returns, and I don't think Batman's even in it. And it's the final Batgirl episode where she teams up with Catwoman. So that is those are the episodes we got.
Catwoman
to
episodes
come.
we have not really enjoyed, so we'll see.
No. But yeah, we've got, Riddler's Reform, Second Chance, Lock Up, Make 'em Laugh, Deep Freeze. We've got some good ones to come. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. So fit check here. Dick is in a pair of workout trunks at the start. Bruce is in his baby blue bathrobe and later on in his PJs. Alfred wears a bowler hat and peacoat and a scarf at night in London, as well as a whole new blue and grey tuxedo. I liked his new tux in this. I thought he looked pretty good in that grey and blue one. And Bruce and Dick wear popped collars on their jackets when they're doing detective stuff when they arrive in London. And that's fit check. So not too long. A couple of outfits, a couple of trendy London fog outfits that they're rocking. So yeah, we've got Showdown next week. I haven't seen that episode in a very long time. It's also a Ra's al Ghul episode. So we'll see how we feel about this.
All right.
Sup, bitches, I'm coming back.
Straight out of Lazarus.
All right, so come back next week to hear our thoughts on Showdown.